Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
Well, based on some of the reports coming out of the scrimmage, there was some good, there was some bad, and there was maybe a lack of some glutes firing. That's for sure. Welcome in. The noon hour has hit. It is a Thursday. We'll have Coach Mark Duffner pop it in about 10, 15 minutes to go over what was a well-played scrimmage today for some, maybe not for others. Both Sirs, Matt, you guys were there. We're going to get into it. I feel like I'm going to change it from a Modelo Yellow to a Corona call for some ball, okay? Corona call for some ball. Get you going. Get you feeling right on a Thursday.
Well, let me say something. That wasn't ball that we just watched.
It wasn't ball? You're already putting what kind of grade are you putting on it?
Today? D.
I'm not
that's
shocked.
being generous.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's being generous.
Yeah. All right. So let's at least start there. All right.
Yeah.
Because we've got, you just heard RJ's update talking about some scheduling next year, some big time matchups in the college football world. We will definitely get to that a little bit later on. You got really some college football that people want to hear about. So we'll definitely tear into it. But the scrimmage today, it might dictate a little bit about how many people play starters and for how long against the New Orleans Saints. But your immediate takeaway from the scrimmage.
It was lackluster. It was underwhelming. All right, first play of the scrimmage. And what you're hoping is that this is a game type situation. You got the game on Sunday. First play of the game, out route, PTJ throws him a pass right in his hand, drops it nonchalantly. Doesn't say anything. No one says anything to him. No one say. I know I might be making a big deal about it, but I'm just saying that the way this team played in the preseason, you got to get on these guys in some capacity, because when you catch the ball with a sense of urgency, it lets me know that you're locked in.
Right.
It lets me know that you're locked in. When you drop it, and you clearly beat the guy, and you just drop it, man, it feels like you're just going through the motions, and no one said anything to him. So now, in saying that, at the end of the scrimmage, you're in the red zone. Trevor rolls to the right, he throws him a laser in double coverage, he catches the ball.
Right.
You catch that one.
Yeah, that's points, baby. That's what we want. So what you're saying is, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but at times there's maybe a lack of focus or full on, I've got to get everything done right.
Because last week we saw the preseason game. First play of the game, what happens? Anton Harrison jumps offside, legal procedure. Yeah. Walk back to the huddle. No one says anything. I wish I was on that line, okay? I really do. Well, they got an earful for baby search. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not in the business of being your friend. I'm in the business of winning games. Right. And that kind of stuff costs you games.
Right. Because the essence of it, Matt, is what in the world is Leon doing out there if he's doing his job and the other guys aren't making plays? I get that. I do get that.
I watch it. Honestly,
you want excellence.
Honestly, I see just and I know it's now we're coming up on week 4 camp, okay? It's hot. I get it. These guys are banging on each other. I totally get it, okay?
Right. At times you can kind of lull yourself to sleep a little bit, but you can't do that.
There's no sense of urgency out there. Yeah. None.
That's your read?
Yes. And the thing is a lot of those guys know they're making the team. But even for the guys that don't know they're making the team or not, I don't see anybody out there actually with an idea of, all right, we've got to work. It's time to work. Mm-hmm. And I just like it was odd to me. There were drop balls, there were penalties. There was a bad pass interference call because Jarron Jones just got beat off the line, just literally just grabbed down the around. Right. That stuff just can't happen. That's like Leon says. That's how you lose games, right?
Okay, but I think, and again, I'm just devil's advocate here. I'm not pom-pomming or anything. I'm just saying this is kind of what you do go through. And Jarion's like, okay, in a game situation, I might as well get a flag because I can't give up that touchdown.
Right. I don't disagree with that. Yeah. But my point is, if your starting corner gets beat that badly off the line, that's not good. And then I mean, to be honest, look, and this has to be said at some point, because I gave him his flowers or whatever you guys call it, whatever the kids call it.
I don't go with that. I just say
at the first preseason game, Trevor Lawrence did not look good today. Mm-hmm. Did not look good at all. He's
been uneven really over this past week. If you go back from a Tuesday to a Wednesday,
if you're making $55 million a year, there's no such thing as
Monday
uneven.
to a Tuesday now to a Thursday. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I don't
even care about the money. I think people want to see their quarterback play at a high level.
I think Shad Khan cares about the
Well,
money.
sure he does, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah, they want him to make plays. Period. It doesn't. Nothing else matters. They ain't got to stroke the check. What did you uneven for him?
Yeah, he was.
I mean, uneven is nice.
Yeah,
He's putting
yeah.
it nicely.
It was some ground balls that he threw just hit the dirt. I mean, you saw a couple of in the red zone. I mean, he's just.
Bro, he threw one. There was one play that it was clearly a jump off sides. Okay, and there's a couple of media guys around me saying, "Oh, well, he just threw that up there because he knew it was an off." He's got De'Ami Brown literally streaking down the post. There's no one within 5 yards of him anywhere. He overthrows it, picked.
Yeah, can't do that. Cannot do that. And we've seen a couple of those. You go back to Tuesday's work. There was a play that Eric Murray made on the sidelines that was obviously a 50-50 ball, which you can't have that on the boundary. You're usually throwing it to where only your guy can catch it. Then they go down with that. Basically, you're at the goal line. The pigskin is almost touching the chalk, and they could not get out of the end zone. They had Tank get hit by Dewey Winger for a safety, and then a batted ball at the line of scrimmage. You know how bad that can be when your rear end is up against the goal line. That's not good.
And me and Coach Inger were at the top watching the game, watching the scrimmage, so we had a nice little view on it. And some of the stuff, the false facade that's being laid is that some of their effort is enough to win games. We're watching the backside on the run plays, and guys are hopping. There's no getting their head across. There's no run. So then in practice, you do that stuff in practice, and it works in practice. And then when you get in the game, it doesn't work because you're given this false sense of, hey, I'm doing enough. And the brother-in-law is what they're doing.
Right.
All right.
The
brother-in-law.
Okay, first, before we go any further, explain what brother-in-law is.
Brother-in-law is that, when you get a little tired and on both sides of the ball, y'all talk to each other and say, hey, man, I'm going to come, a little half speed. You come half speed. We all right. We good.
Yeah.
For a 4-13 team.
Don't make me look bad. I won't make you look bad.
Because what the looks you're getting in practice and you're making the plays, it's not going to happen in the game. It's not going to happen in the game. So you might as well go full throttle in practice because that's what you're going to get in the game. You're not going to get that cutoff block with a guy who's just playing you. No, he's going to shoot that angle. You got to get your head play side and run.
Right.
You can't. The hopping is not going to get it.
I'm going to give you another little indication of what the scrimmage was like. Okay. So Anton Harrison gets hurt. We don't know yet. I'm sure we'll find out shortly what it is. Gets hurt early. Didn't come back. All right. Fred Johnson goes in there, left tackle. Walker Little goes to right. Bro, Fred Johnson. I agree with you. I if Cole Van Lanen the injury takes him beyond.
Right. Phelan's on injury reserve.
Fred Johnson will make the team, but he one series with the ones.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
You know what they did? They moved Walker Little back to left. They put Milam at right.
Well, Wyatt Milam has been cross-training at a bunch of different positions, left tackle, right tackle, the whole gamut.
Scrabble board.
And and interior positions.
Or scramble
as well
board is really what it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, they're scrambling for sure because they're trying to figure out who's what and what they can get out of them. I'm not throwing dirt on any of this stuff yet until I see what 60 minutes looks like. I just ain't doing it.
Dying for hope right now.
Yeah. And look, if you don't have hope listen, this has been an off-season team for a long time, okay? The season will get here soon enough, and hearts will be broken, all right? But for now, I'm just
Isn't
trying.
that a song, Hearts Will Be Broken?
Well, it will. We will point out bad. We have no hesitation in pointing out bad. I'm just waiting to see what a full 60 minutes looks like and if this team can come together. All right, you guys jump in, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We're definitely going to talk Jaguar ball. Mark Duffner, 50 years of coaching. He will step in with us, and we'll do a couple segs with him coming up here in just a second. Like we said, some college ball we will get to as far as some practice reports coming out from a lot of the top-ranked teams in America. We will do that all coming up. Rebound Rehab, let's say thanks to them. They've got 11 locations across the First Coast. I would call one of my friends, Jimmy Mack, a huge success story because he, bottom line, did not feel good, wasn't healthy, couldn't lift his arm, couldn't play golf. Well, he goes to the folks at Rebound Rehab, and they have taken great care of him. So you can get the same type of experience with trained physical therapists. Log on, reboundrehab.com.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. When it comes to your favorite football team, John Osher is oh so sure to find the inside insight to keep you up to date. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA Golf Professional. Take it from me, if you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at everbank.com/London.
You've got fantasy football questions. This is where you get your answers. 1010XL's Fantasy Football Draft Guide with insight from Hacker, Hayes, Fat Tony, and me, Mike Dempsey. Get the guide at 1010XL.com and on all of the 1010XL social channels.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for 10, the pork and rib combo for 12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. Right now, you can get 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card and $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. It's a smart way to handle big vehicle needs like new tires, brakes, or repairs without the upfront cost. With no interest for 6 months, there's never been a better time to schedule. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light or a Natty or an Ultra. Maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
What was George Washington's salary when he was president?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
George Washington's annual salary as president was $25,000, about $4.5 million in today's dollars.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know, it's good competitiveness out here, guys going at it, you know, competing, trying to make each other better. So I thought that was the positive in today. A little sloppy offensively. I thought we started great, had a long, I don't know how many plays it was, had a long drive to start with, scored. And then from there, defense, picked it up a little bit, and we had some mistakes, just self-inflicted wounds, kind of been the story of camp of trying to clean up some of that stuff pre-snap. So just got to clean up the operation, the mistakes that, the defense doesn't inflict on you, you do on yourself. So all those mistakes are, we just got to get better and cleaner.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
That was Trevor Lawrence, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. He is your franchise quarterback. You hope he can deliver this year, but he just said it. It wasn't exactly what they were looking for. Coach Mark Duffner joins us now as we hang out on a Rebound Rehab Thursday. Big Sirs, Matty Hayes, Joe C. Coach, good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thank you for having me.
Listen, we appreciate you coming in. We're talking to 50 years of coaching experience with Mark Duffner, who time in that half century of coaching was also right here in Duval for a number of years. So we've got Coach Campo, Coach Duffner, Coach Ingram. So it's nice to have these guys that can give you some intel. So you heard what we said as we opened up. Just kind of, we're going to get to the particulars, but just kind of sum up what you saw today.
Well, first of all, I think it was well planned out. They had 15 series that they ran. So, I mean, they committed to this thing to try to get better. And on the first drive, just like the quarterback just said, it looked pretty good on the first drive. They took it down the field and scored, had a big run by Tank, who wasn't even touched. So that looked good right from there. But then it kind of fell off from there. I just thought that too many drops in terms of receivers catching the football. Penalties reared their head at the wrong time. So, as he mentioned, self-inflicted wounds. Just too inconsistent. I do think that, though, I watched the defense handle. The offense came out and went hurry up and established tempo against them, but that they struggled with in the Steelers game, and they handled that pretty well. There was better alignment and assignment. There was better communication. I was listening to the defense, watching them talk with their hands in their mouth, and so they improved on that. They did a better job there. But I mean, and we saw some pass rush too. The quarterback got sacked 3 or 4 times in the course of the day, and then I saw rush games inside. So they opened this thing up a little bit on both sides of the football. So the pluses were the very first drive. After that, just way too much inconsistency, and like has already been mentioned, not a lot of the spirit that you'd expect to see, and a chance to really right now get back at it and go. I mean, we've got people fighting for jobs. We're trying to establish what is our identity on offense, defense, and in the special teams. And to me, it was just too flat.
Yeah, Coach, at least it was lethargic. Yeah. There was no energy out there, and at some particular point, it's got to come from your peers. It's got to come from leadership. When they see that you're lagging around, not giving great effort, it got to be guys in that huddle. It got to be speaking. Hey, listen, let's turn it up a notch. Let's get going with the drops and the penalties and all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm more disappointed in the fact that I don't see enough players in those situations getting on guys and say, hey, listen, because you can always turn it around. I mean, you can let the practice go downhill, or you can do something about it to lift your spirits and get it going again.
I fully agree with that.
So I guess my question, Mark, is these guys I get it, they've been banging against each other for almost 4 weeks now, but you can't expect to try and waltz your way through these things and then get to a game situation and immediately turn it on and play better, right?
Without a doubt, man. I mean, you play like you practice. That's been something that they've heard since they were little guys, playing in boys club or whatever the case may be. And it's a fact. I mean, it's just how it goes. And I just thought way too much, inconsistency going on throughout the practice. And like Leon mentioned to you too, I don't see anybody out there really as a leader on any side of the ball. Whether he's rallying the troops. I mean, just again too spotty to me.
Yeah, I mean, at one point they had another false start, and Trevor slammed the ball on the ground, spiked the ball on the ground, shook his head, and I'm thinking, say something to somebody.
Follow that up.
Don't just spike the ball on the ground. Look at somebody, grab, and say, look, this is how you lose games.
Yeah. Look, I do believe you can't always act angry and expect everyone to buy it, but you get someone's attention when you're this cool cat, and then all of a sudden you get a little peed off and say, you know what, ain't happening again. It ain't happening. Not on my watch. And you see other quarterbacks take control of their team like that. That's for sure. I have figured out one thing, Coach. This is why coaches cuss, okay? This is why coaches coach angry, because they can't get everything out of the guys the way they want.
Absolutely correct. And what I wanted to bring this up, the quarterback at times, Lawrence will show, some plays and stuff, but I came from watching Burrow the last 6 years, and he's got certainly some room to improve too. But I just don't see the consistency out of our guy here right now. And can he do it? I think he's got the skills and talent. I like a lot of I see from him. He tucked it and run today. Had a nice sprint out and threw it in the red zone, as mentioned earlier, to Thomas for a touchdown in the low red zone. But it's just not enough, and I don't feel the juice and leadership from him. So, I mean, I think he's got to get not only his own game going, but he's got to be the leader of this group here.
And I think this is worth pointing out. If anybody you watching on YouTube, you can find us, XL Primetime. Just go to YouTube. We stream the entire show. You can go back and watch any of it. But you do see Coach Mark Duffner on the screen with us, and if you're listening, you can hear him. This guy was trying to game plan against Joe Burrow as a defensive coach with the Bengals for the last 6 years, okay? So when we say he compares Burrow to Lawrence, we can all do that too. But those are two number one overall picks that went in consecutive years. That's who you're trying to figure out. Can he be that type of guy?
Yeah, I think there's work in progress here for that going on right now. And again, I've only seen him now 5 days and 5 practices, but just from watching him throughout his career, there's just, to me, he hasn't quite hit that stride. He's got to hit this rhythm and make it a consistent rhythm. And that's why this offense, if it's my choice, I'd play their tails into the first 2 quarters of this next game for sure. Right. I mean, I don't think there's anybody can doubt that right now. I mean, there's too much indecision on who's playing in the lines, as we've been talking about. And I'm talking about the offensive line. They rotated people, as we saw today. But also just the feel that they've got to have as a unit right now. I think that playing is going to help that in a big way. And I think consistent play by our quarterback is going to be a major key.
Now, Coach, now that you were there with Burrow, and Burrow, in my opinion, and Trevor, Lawrence, they're like two stratospheres, all right? I mean, Lawrence has got to get to where Burrow is, in my opinion. Okay.
No doubt.
But my thing about Trevor is this. Burrow will get it done in spite of. I mean, he doesn't need an offensive line. He'll do a run game. He's going to find a way to will his way to win a game. Trevor has got to have all the pieces around him, the line, running game, wide receivers, and all that kind of stuff. When will Lawrence be able to get to where Burrow is? And will it ever happen? This question.
I think that's a great question, Leon, and I don't know. You would think that, and again, by year 5, that all those things are in the rearview mirror that you talked about. A lot of it's instincts. It just the instincts of playing the game. Like you said, Joe finds ways to win it. He finds ways to get the ball to people. He takes what the defense gives you. It's not all on the board, type plays. It's instinct. It's reaction. It's attack. And I just haven't seen that, in any kind of consistency out of this quarterback. And he's, when we were preparing for him in the past, we thought he was streaky. He might get on a streak and he could go pretty good, but then you could also get a couple streaks where it's not so good. And that's got to get out of the game in my book. And I think what they're trying to do on offense, spreading it around like they're doing, getting the run game going. I mean, you see the other night was quick pass, it was play pass, it was screens, it was bootlegs, all these things to help. That's good ball. That's good coaching.
And he looked good.
And he did. And so all that's, the right application. That's making the shoes fit the player. Well, but the player now has got to start being a playmaker. And I think the other point I would say, I don't feel enough, I don't see enough playmaking by a lot of guys. We need to see more playmakers on the who scares you right now that you see out there and you go, oh wow, I'm talking more a little bit about the defense, but anyway, that's just
I say the same thing about the defense after the first game. Like there's no one on that defense that is going to consistently be a guy that can make a wow play. Those wow plays just aren't there. They're just not. Well, like Trayvon Walker will get a sack or make a play because he's just brutally stronger than the guy in front of him. Or Josh Hines-Allen will make a play every once in a while because he's athletic and long. Yeah. But there's nothing consistent about it on that defense. Nothing.
Yeah, I respect those two guys a lot that you just talked about, and I think that they're going to be a force to reckon with, and it'd be a concern for an opponent's offense or defense. Yeah, offense. But there's not a whole lot other stuff out there that scares me.
So, Coach, Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen.
Yep.
Our tackles are doing them a disservice by not giving great effort. And I'm going to say why. Because they'll go against our tackles in practice and beat them off the corner, bull rush. Then they get in the game against backup tackles with the Steelers, and they get neutralized. I mean,
fully agree. I didn't feel him the other night and watching the game against the Steelers at all. And I've been seeing him and happen like you just said in practice. So, that is a major concern too. Or what's the level of our talent? You're looking for players that have value, that give you an edge. And that's gotta happen in a number of spots.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to make excuses. I try not to. I'm just trying to give you the kind of deal on the real. It was a bulky built roster that just does. We went through it yesterday, Leon.
Yeah.
There are far too many first round choices on this football team that aren't collectively coming together and making
it's supposed to be box office.
Yeah.
If you're first round, you're supposed to be box office.
Right. And we rattled them off yesterday. Okay, you can't have 2 number 1 overall picks, move up to a number 2 pick, have a first-round pick and a tackle, first-round pick and a running back, all these things, and then go to the other side and have 2 first-rounders in 1 draft in Trayvon and Devin, another top 7 pick in Josh Hines out, on and on with the first-rounders that this team has, and not expect a little bit more, because those were first-round decisions that were made by this team.
Yeah, it's sad. And another thing, me and Coach Engel were talking about, the fact that the lackluster effort on both sides of the ball is doing your teammate a disservice. Because when you get in the game, it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. You make it hard in practice. So on Sundays, it's automatic. It becomes natural to you. Instinctively, you do what you're supposed to do full speed.
Yeah. All right, let's make this the 10-10 take real quick as we're staying on the Jags right now as they get ready for the Saints in the second preseason game.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
You can definitely count on them. You're in a hurry. You want a good meal. It happens every day. Just slide on in for lunch, for dinner. They know that you got to get to where you want to go next, but they can promise you a good meal. Check out any one of your area Sonny's. I'm looking at the text line. The offense has a long way to go. Why did we pay him? What is just on and on and on. And I totally get it. But so I'm not preaching patience 100% and make excuses for everything. You should expect improvement on this football team, but just know that there have been a lot of decisions that have been made that this team now has to try and recover from, because there aren't enough fear factor guys on this football team right now. Hopefully they can get there, like Coach Duffner and the guys are talking about with Trevor, start to scare some people a little bit. That would be a huge tick up in this team's performance. That's the 10-10 take. No getting away from it. All right, Coach, if you don't mind, next seg, we're just going to kind of zero in on a few position groups, some things that you looked at today.
Absolutely.
And then we'll do it with Leon and Matt coming up. It is XL Primetime on a Rebound Rehab Wednesday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Yo, ET here, and I need you to beat the heat this summer with cool escapes and non-stop fun in Clay County. Tackle indoor adventures head on. Throw axes at Live by Axe or smash your stress away at Just Smash That. Then kick back with drinks, good food, and fandom vibes at Nakama Anime Bar or Leaderboard Arcade and Bar. Whether you're blowing off steam or just looking to chill, Clay County got your perfect indoor getaway. Find your cool at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durban Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Here's a simple tip for shoulder health to improve your posture. Slouching can put extra stress on your shoulders, leading to pain and injury. Make sure your head is over your shoulders are relaxed and pulled back, and your spine is properly aligned, whether you're sitting or standing. If you sit for long periods of time, make sure to get up and take breaks and work on pulling your shoulders back. Get up and get moving, Jacks. Go Jags.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be
there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Florida Heat hitting like a heavyweight? Time to call in the champ. KO Electric and HVAC. We knock out the heat and power up your comfort. Fast, reliable, and undefeated in home service. KOElectricJacks.com. KOElectricJacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I don't know that I would frame it necessarily as piecemealing. I think one of the questions you guys asked last week was about the flexibility of the offensive line. I would probably still look at it like that. We have had some injuries, guys go in and out, even temporary injuries where guys miss a drive, and those have been opportunities for other guys to step up and play different positions. So you probably see out there today, we have multiple guys play on different sides, play guard, play tackle, inside, outside, different centers. So it's great that those guys have the ability to do that, and we have the chance to get that type of work.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
So that cut, courtesy of Jaguars.com, offensive coordinator Grant Udinski just talking about all the movement that's been taking place on this line, and take advantage of it if you're given the opportunity. Other guys have been missing reps because of injury, Anton Harrison being one of the ones that had a series today and then got hurt. So there's limitless opportunities for guys behind to step up. All right, it is XL Primetime, Rebound Rehab Wednesday. We got Coach Mark Duffner hanging out with us. 50 years of coaching. This was his last year was his 50th NFL or 50th year of coaching, and he's been with the Cincinnati Bengals most recently. Was also here in Jacksonville, and we love to brag on him when he was head coach of Holy Cross. 5 losses in 6 seasons. That's way dang impressive. So if you got a question for the coach, 641-1010, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. But Big, before we get to Coach's other observations, you just heard what Udinski said.
Yeah.
Guys, they're being moved around everywhere. We have seen, Wyatt Mayan play 3 positions, Fred play 2, on and on and on.
Well, I mean, what he's essentially saying is no one's done enough to have their job on lock.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ezra Cleveland does move around. So that lets me know Ezra Cleveland is locked up the left guard position.
Right.
The center and all the other components are moving pieces. That's fine now. I jokingly call him the Scrabble board, but at some particular time within the next week or two, you need to have your 5 in place because it's important that those 5 be cohesive, be a group, communicate, work out together, watch film, all that kind of stuff going into the season.
Yeah, because we're 3 weeks away from it all counting. Yeah. And so I would think, Coach Duffner, you got to get to a point where you're locking in on guys and they all need to work together as good or average or whatever they are.
Absolutely. I think that's the goal for every team in the league right now, to get their units as fast as they can, working together rep after rep so they get the feel, they synchronize their efforts and everything run smoothly. Yes.
All right. So some other things that caught your eye today. It could be good, bad, ugly, whatever it might be. But
well, as I said earlier, I felt the pass rush a little bit on occasion, and I saw some good pass rush games go inside, so they opened that up a little bit. I like the screen game that they've got. That's been good. I think offensively they came out with tempo. I like the fact that they were doing that. They also varied their cadence, so they had hard count going on. They got the defense a couple times on that. So they're taking advantage of the pre-snap tools, cadence, tempo, motion, things of that nature to add to their offensive attack. All very, very good, I thought.
And I don't think we can get away from the fact that Trevor has not had necessarily the best of camps, okay? We go back last year, we were questioning some things, and then things started to at least have an uptick. This year looked good to start. Now some wobbles here and there. But the other thing, Matt, is that you want to make sure that they solidify the footwork and everything so he can go in and not go back to old habits, make quick decisions and get the ball out and make sure that that footwork is helping you instead of hurting you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal overall, obviously, is if they are changing his mechanics like they say they are.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they are.
It looks to me like Denny said it as well. Our quarterback
he starts now with his left foot forward, which a lot of quarterbacks do.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at the end of the day, he played well in that preseason game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's been way too much up and down. Way too much up and down for a guy now in his 5th season, which quite frankly is a crossroads season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he doesn't get it here, what do you have at that position right now? If you're
doubt?
Yes. If you're 4-13 again or 5-12 again, and you got a quarterback who has 23 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, and you're just a team, what do you have at the most important position on the field then after 5 years?
Right. Big question mark. Leon, are you prepared to come off of your 39 touchdown prediction? I don't want you to just yet. Not yet. Thank you. Don't do it yet.
I just need to stop
Keep
going.
hope alive.
I need to stop going to practice.
Right.
Maybe that.
Keep hope alive if you can. Okay, because one of the dudes is like, on the text line, they're just going crazy right now. But it's tough because you want to see the product have a massive step forward.
Well, you want to see a guy who's clearly in a crossroads season.
Yeah.
To be sharp almost every practice. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. And I love and laugh when our texters come in, you prime timers, Nooner Nation. We love it, 641-1010. This one dude, I'm old enough to remember. I love when they start like that. I'm old enough to remember the Jags dicing the Bucks about this time last year in practice. They ended up being decent, and we were butt. So maybe that will flip this year. Okay, so I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You got to go through some lumps, correct, Coach?
No question. I mean, every day is not going to be perfect. You just want most of them to be that way. And, I think that's what we're looking for is consistency. You want to see the offense move the ball, move the chains, however they operate, run or pass, get the ball down and score touchdowns. And so that's our objective on offense. Same thing on defense. We want to try to keep them out of there.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't see today, I was hoping to see a little bit more takeaway from the defense. Now they did have a pick on a broken play or an offsides type penalty, but ball security still a positive thing I think from the offensive standpoint in terms of nobody ripping the ball or fumbling the ball.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I think those are all pluses, and that's something that you want to see is moving forward. Can we keep a hold of the football, and can we get it off them on defense?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: the first drive, Trevor was exactly right. It was beautiful. It was very smooth. There wasn't a problem, right? Other than the first drop by Brian Thomas Jr. But it was very efficient, okay, which is what you want.
Right.
And it ended with this is what was important. It was like a 6-yard touchdown run from Tank Bigsby, but this is what he did I haven't seen him do. He cut back.
Mm-hmm.
He cut back. He saw the angle and cut it, and there was no one within 4 or 5 yards either side of him.
Right.
It was the hole was so huge because he saw it. You see he's got that vision now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you have that, honestly, like I said, I think there are going to be opportunities in this offense for those guys to make those types.
Too much, Mark. I see with the running backs, they don't see that cutback. It's always like where the play's going.
When you're watching, I watched the game, the Steelers game. I saw that quite a bit. That they didn't look for the cutback. They didn't have the vision, the field vision, or the whole vision that you would hope you'd see. I saw that just like you said with Tank's run today, and that was a beautiful cutback, and nobody close to the guy. So, that was excellent. You felt real good right there. That drive was the way it's supposed to be, and hopefully we can put a lot of them together.
In fact, it should have just been mic drop right then. All right, done.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, and you hope you can see a little bit more of that, not just one. But is that more off of the gap blocking that you're starting to see where they're going to be able to move people a little bit?
Well, this was more of a zone play.
Oh, okay.
Now, the other night, I counted 4 gap plays that they ran. They ran 2 traps in the game early on, and they ran 2 counter plays, in terms of whether you had guys pulling and kicking out. So
Right.
I didn't see the gap plays today, and that may have been in there, but I didn't see them.
Yeah. What did you say?
I mean, I just think if you have those cutback runs, I don't know that Tank can be that guy that can take it to the house, but ETN could take it to the house. Tuden could take it to the house. Like if you got guys back that have a little speed, and you get everybody going one when you see that, boom, man, that's a big play waiting to happen.
Yeah, well, there's one particular guy that I think just having a great camp is Ezra Cleveland. I mean, some of the plays, the pull play where he trapped, the getting to the second level, his feet placement, his hand placement on pass sets, whatever. I mean, he's quietly. I mean, I know we said that bringing in Weiland was going to put a little juice in him, but he's clearly the best offensive lineman on the team right now.
It had to have, right?
Huh?
It had to have.
It had to a
them
little
drafting
bit.
Weiland had to have. Like he's the best offensive lineman out there right now.
Well, no procedures, no hold. I mean, he's playing well.
And as evidenced by the fact that he's not being substituted for or moved around.
That's exactly, Coach. That's the reason why they're moving around, guys, because ain't nobody solidified that position. Because Ezra Cleveland is left guard. He don't play nothing else but left guard.
Yeah, and I've already said that all of us collectively probably called out 76 a bunch from last year to this year, and right now he's MVP of the line because he has locked it down. Now Robert Hainsey has as well, and so now if you do see these two guys come together, then you get a little bit more out of. Pat McCary has got to battle for his job, and there's nothing wrong with the competition. I'll welcome that in a heartbeat, Coach.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you got to lock it in.
Absolutely, and I saw McCary playing guard and tackle today as they move these guys around, has already been mentioned. So, again, I like the fact that there's some versatility in the group, but let's establish, and I know this is what the coaches are doing in the worst way possible. They're trying to get this line set as quickly as they can, like has been said, so it can gel and start understanding and working together as a unit.
Right. All right, so there you go. You guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. We've got Mark Duffner. He was a linebackers coach here, beginning with JDR, then moving through a couple of other coaching staffs, been with Cincinnati, the Bengals, the last handful of years, and actually 2 stints with Cincinnati, right?
Yes, sir.
But plenty of experience coaching on the defensive side of the ball. So if you guys want to throw a question our way, you can, 641-1010. It is XL Primetime on a Rebound Rehab Thursday. Make sure you check them out. 11 locations across the First Coast. Car accidents, sport injury, just whatever it might be. They are there to help you with a team of physical therapists. Check out Rebound Rehab.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. Jaguars football lives here. Next up, the New Orleans Saints. Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces. Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 14, 2016, Jamaican superstar Usain Bolt wins his third gold in the 100 meters, the first man to win the event 3 times.
The dog days of summer are here, and Superior Fence and Rail is throwing you a bone. Right now, get 5% off any fence project 100 linear feet or more through August 22nd. Whether you're looking for added privacy or to keep your pets and family safe, now is the perfect time to invest. Contact Superior Fence and Rail today for your free estimate. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I expect to play. I mean, that's the kind of the mindset in the preseason, is expecting to play, and it's always kind of a very variable very number of snaps. You don't really know exactly what it's going to be, but expecting to play. I'm not sure if the result of today's practice would or wouldn't have changed it. I don't know as far as what coach is thinking, but I'm prepared to play, and from what was communicated to us, we're prepared to go and play a little bit. So it's just another opportunity for us to get better. You know, I think you got to take it for what it is and learn from it and watch the tape. And you can't be doom and gloom come game time because we had a rough practice. You got to be able to bounce back.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Well, you heard what Trevor Lawrence had to say. Yeah, let's play. Let's get better. I'm here for it. That's for sure. That courtesy of Jaguars.com. And Leon, you can't disagree because they need to get better.
Well, it must be nice. I never had that option.
Yeah.
I never had that option. Leon, you're playing. I never had the option. Hey, Leon, you want to play? No, I always assumed that was going to play. So that's nice. That's nice. But no, he needs to play. The whole team does. They need to get better.
All right, we got one more segment with our. We'll have our rota of coaches. Like we've got our party planned next Tuesday for Coach Campo at the Ale House at Beach and Hodges. We're going to miss him, but we're not going to completely be saying goodbye. He's moving back to Dallas. We will do XL Primetime with him on Friday, along with the Campo and Joe podcast. But we're being treated to Coach Mark Duffner, who's with us now, Coach Gerald Ingram, who was with us yesterday, and we'll create a rota, I like to call it, and hopefully get these guys on. And then you'll hear them popping on other shows as well, because you're bringing intel our way, Mark, and that I appreciate more than anything else. So if you just heard what Trevor said, and you are going into your second preseason game, and like you said, the last 6 seasons with the Bengals on the defensive side, you would make a decision to say, hey, we need to play these guys and just keep working towards being better and better?
Absolutely. And I would have said that kind of regardless of what we saw today in the practice field. But I just think that with a new staff and players competing at a number of positions right now, that this practice is good, but the game snaps are invaluable. Mm-hmm. And even if it's against their twos, no matter who it's against, right now it gives us an opportunity to line up and to get better. And I would play these guys, frankly, throughout the whole first half, and might even think about taking them out the first series in the third quarter. I mean, so that's kind of how we used to do it in Game 3 years ago, and that's really what this one is.
Right.
I just think that you can't make up for these repetitions that they're going to have in terms of game looks. And so offense, defense, special teams, I'd play them the whole first half.
Now, Coach, we heard from Liam when he first got here in the presser that this team is going to run the ball. Wouldn't you start the first series with, I would start run. Because of the offensive lineman, you want to get the juices going up front. So I would give them run plays the first couple of plays to get them going a little bit.
Leon, I might run it 10 snaps in a row. I mean, in other words, we're going to establish our mentality and also find out who can back up that mentality. So it may be a little bit of a stretch, but I mean, I clearly would, if we're going to be a running team, I think you got to make that mark. And who cares if people know that? I mean, right now we're trying to determine what our identity is, what our personality is, what our physicality is. We want to establish those things, and no better way to do it in the game.
And that would give linemen a chance to get lathered up.
Yeah, I think so. Also, I mean, let's be honest, the Saints might have the worst roster in the NFL.
It's not looking good right now.
Right.
And they might still be shook by shook.
I guess my point is, if you play these guys a quarter or even 2 quarters and a half, they play a half and it doesn't look good, that's going to give you an idea of what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's imperative that they go out there. And I said this last week, and again, I'll say it again. I just want it operationally to look good.
Yeah.
Right? The false starts, the penalties, the dumb mistakes, being out of position, that's all operational stuff. That's stuff that has to be done, right, Mark?
Correct. And the fact that, Monday's practice was go back to fundamentals, if you will, alignment, assignment, adjustment, so we can attack, so we can be aggressive. That was a good move by the coaching staff. Well, how are you going to get it better? You did it, you worked on it today, and it showed up some in the scrimmage, but the game opportunities right there in front of you. Take advantage of that. Again, as you said, get the game mechanics running smoothly. Right. Coach to player, coach to coach, player to player. Communication, talk with your hands, talk with your mouth. I mean, I saw that better on the defense today as the offense was coming up, much better communication. Well, that's going to allow you to get lined up and be able to play fast. So all that, they duplicated it some today in the scrimmage, but hard to beat game situations.
Yeah. Coach, I mean, because the coaching staff is only allowed so much time with these players. I mean, I just remember in my era, we used to be in groups and go over stuff. As a group, as an offensive line, we're going there and go on the big board and watch the film and talk about it, at the hotel and that kind of stuff. I mean, because practice, it doesn't end after practice. You still got to be committed to your craft and what you do when it's not on the field.
The great teams and the great units do that, no doubt about it. They'll meet after practice on their own even, or before practice in the morning. They'll get together and watch tape and watch practice film and so forth. So the great ones, the units, whether the offense, defense, whatever the case may be, they do that on their own. And that's when now you got something going.
Yeah, and the limited number of padded practices that you have would also suggest you got to hit when you can. And everyone worries about injury. We get that part of it. But it's a contact sport, collision sport.
Well, you know what, Joe, you said something, and it struck me last year when I was with the Bengals. I was looking at our injuries during training camp and everything else, and we had a bunch of them, just like a lot of teams do. Mm-hmm. But then I thought in my mind, when I came in the league in '97, we practiced full pads twice a day, 5 days a week. We had a walkthrough or something at night. I mean, I don't remember the injuries being like they are now.
And Bill Belichick, I think, was one of the first guys to say that.
Well, I'm just telling you.
You need to hit.
Well, I don't. And some of it, sometimes I think maybe these guys are overtraining or being too much training in the off season, so that their tissue, the tissue situations are what they are. But I'm just telling you, in a rougher camps that I witnessed, we had less injuries, and we were tackling. I mean, there was no thud. I mean, today was a thud practice. Okay. Right. We tackled in practice. It wasn't just a scrimmage. We tackled in practice. And the injury situation, I really, if I put pen to pencil and gave you some stats, I could prove it, I think.
It's interesting.
That's really when men were men, Coach. Men were men, absolutely.
And I think we asked Leon this the other day. Yeah. Did you ever get hurt?
No.
In the preseason, like in a game I'm talking about. Now, you had injuries, of course. But
Yeah, but I knew the difference between being injured and hurt.
Right.
I was hurt all the time.
Yeah.
In those 2-a-day practices, 6 weeks of training camp, 3 weeks of 2-a-days. I mean, I never missed any practice. I mean, because what I was doing is I was getting my body equipped for banging.
Yeah.
You got to get your body acclimated to banging, hitting. I can't stop a bull rush if you don't bull rush.
Right.
All right? I can't come off I can't cut you off on the backside if you're going half speed.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I'm going to see in the game. So with guys that lined up across me, I wanted you to go fast because I was going to go fast, if you liked it or not.
And then when you see it in a game, when you haven't seen it,
it's instinctful. I'm saying.
Right, but if you don't, and then you see it in the game, then what?
Then you react.
Well, then you got a problem.
You may not be ready for it.
I'm saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but no, what we tried to simulate in practice what game speed.
Right.
It was game speed. And so when I had guys across me, I knew they were coming, and I know I had to block them in practice like it was a game.
Trust me, everybody in Nooner Nation listening to you right now, they're all training to get ready for banging, okay? You know that is true. Coach Duffner, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
As
Enjoyed it
always,
very
Mark
much.
Duffner, many years coaching linebackers with the Jags, with the Bengals, with the Packers. He was a coordinator as well, so we will have him in on a regular basis along with Coach Ingram and Coach Campo. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. Sometimes you make bad decisions.
Thompson, what's the charge? Disturbing the peace.
And sometimes you make good decisions.
It says here we should work in teams. Who wants to be my spotter?
1010XL. When you want to make a good decision.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
To catch more fish, you've got to think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatersparking.com and book your space today.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. In summertime, it really can stretch out most of the year because we love the warm temperatures here in the Sunshine State. Greg, give them an idea of what Honda has to offer.
They are all over the board. They've got Honda scooters, Honda motorcycles, we've got Honda boats, we've got Honda side-by-sides. Whatever you like, we've got it.
That means adventure is waiting.
That's right, and we're ready for you.
In the showroom, you can find all that Honda has to offer on Atlantic near Regency, or check out Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
I know you love sports, so why not take that passion and make a difference in your community as a volunteer coach with the YMCA? Whether it's soccer, basketball, volleyball, or flag football, the Y is always looking for positive role models to help kids grow in both skills and character. Even if you've got no coaching experience, that's fine. We'll provide the training. Step up, give back, and be the coach that makes a difference. To volunteer, visit your local Y or fcymca.org.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie, and I got to tell you, I can't fix anything. I would be so lost with plumbing problems if not for Duck Duck Rooter. But everybody knows to call the Duck. Well, I do too. Whether it's plumbing, air conditioning, septic, they handle all of it, and nobody does a better job than our friends at Duck Duck Rooter. Any of those needs you have, call them today, 904-862-6769, or go to duckduckrooter.com. If you've got problems, call Duck Duck Rooter. They'll handle it. I guarantee it.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. According to reports, one of the bigger high school football matchups in the state that was going to showcase a showdown between Reigns and Miami Central has been canceled. Right now, 92 degrees at 101, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
1 o'clock hour is here. It's XL Prime Time. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you pick us up in the lunch hour and take us with you wherever you're going, we appreciate it, man, because that's what it's all about. Round of applause for anybody who's out there driving and delivering, okay? Because that means we are with you. And we love the boys in the trucks, that's for sure.
Hang in there, fellas.
Yeah, and then anybody else who's getting the job done that has us turned on via the app, radio, whatever, we totally appreciate it. The guys in the offices that are streaming us, we definitely say thank you. A Rebound Rehab Thursday, Big Leon Searcy, Matty Hayes, Joe C, and JJ. I gotta say thanks to Coach Mark Duffner because he's one of our guys that we're going to be kind of employing, if you will, and getting some information as best we can to you guys. And we just walked out and like, he wants to see this team win just like everybody else does. Of course. And he wants to see this team bridge up, and maybe that's what we are seeing. There's a big learning curve that's taking place, and hopefully things can get going in the right direction. So here's one of the texters off the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Pretty damn concerning to think the best guy on the retooled O-line is the holdover from last year we all assumed would be upgraded.
I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, it's the truth, man.
Yes, he's playing consistent football. I don't know. There was a fire lit underneath him when they drafted Wyatt. Milam from West Virginia, but he's been playing good ball.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him his flowers.
Hats off to Ezra.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I totally agree with that. I wish there were more fires lit in that team.
Yeah,
and that's nothing too. You guys say we're criticizing. Look, we want them to be a good team as well.
Yeah.
We want them to win games, and the city's different. The city's vibrant, and everybody's happy.
Yeah,
that's what we want too.
Yeah.
The reality is, you need somebody. You need eyes at those practices. So we are your eyes at those practices. So when we come back and tell you, we're not doing it for a reason or an agenda. We're literally telling you, this is what happened. And speaking of that, let's get to that real quick, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So these two posts on X are from Mark Long, who has covered the Jaguars since 2012, right?
Long time.
Long time Jaguars reporter for the Associated Press, has seen everything you could possibly imagine on that field, okay? Worst Jaguars offensive practice I've witnessed since Blake Bortles' 5-interception night. At least 7 drop passes, 10 penalty flags, several sacks, and sloppiness all around. He follows that post up with, one more takeaway from Jaguars today. The most logical way to look at moving Walker Little to right tackle is that the team is opening up left tackle competition 3 weeks into camp.
Yeah, and if you're this deep, I think this is what we're most concerned about. And by the way, Mark, he doesn't conflate, or anything. He just says what he sees. And it was, by you guys' eyes, not a good practice. And the Blake Bortles practice, do you guys remember? They had to pull him off the field. And I love the boat, but they had to pull him off the field.
Boat. Yeah. My concern is who are the candidates? Because there isn't no beauty pageant. I'm telling you that right now.
It's not Fred Johnson, I can tell you that.
It ain't no beauty pageant.
In this case, Leon, it doesn't even have the or as a possibility, okay? The O-R.
I'm not kidding. Fred Johnson was one series. Yeah, not happening. Flip Walker Little right back to left, put White Milam at right.
And I don't even want to be foolish enough to say, hey, Walker Little's a gamer. He's going to do it in game situations.
No,
like even though he doesn't do it in practice, I don't know. I firmly believe the run game and them starting to get lathered up. If you start to get that part of it going, short passes, commit to the run, then you will make Walker Little and the rest of them look a lot better. I believe that. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, you can initially do that, but teams, once they see that you're trying to run the quick pass game, they're going to try to lock that down and force Trevor to actually stand in the pocket and throw the ball.
Yeah.
And that's where the concern is, that Trevor can't get 3 seconds to throw the ball because his 2-tackle play is terrible.
Yeah.
Either get beat inside, they get run over, they get run by.
And at least the other night, I saw him step up in the pocket, and I swear to you, I can't remember the last time I saw that with confidence, which is what he did. And he's able to operate with a little cleaner pocket and not stuff around his feet.
Yeah, the guards and the centers have been decent.
Yeah, that will help everybody.
Yeah, that's going to help everybody. Yeah, he's just going to.
I would even say better than decent. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would put the guards in the center probably about a 6.5, 7.
Yeah, they've been decent. I mean, he just listen. Anything beyond three,
We're like in the bizarre world.
Anything beyond 3 steps, I'm worried about Trevor.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep him on the center.
Right, and so I think we're all on board. Play, get as much out of him as you can. We don't need to. What Coach Duff said is that he wouldn't mind seeing him go in the locker room and come out and keep playing, or at the very least get lathered up for a half and then see what happens in the third preseason game. But they want to make sure that they lock in on 5 guys up front. This is 3 weeks till the regular season, and then lock in on who your starting running back is. Commit to that too. And then commit to who basically is going to be guys that you're relying on the other side of the ball, be it the safety position, the other corner position. Commit to it. And I don't mind experiment with this guy or that guy to a time limit. You can't keep doing that because then you're just grasping at straws.
Well, you also have to get some kind of cohesiveness.
Yes.
And these guys have to know, what they can expect from the guy next to them.
Mm-hmm.
At all times. And again, this is, you're playing with maybe the worst team in the league Sunday. Maybe the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
So this is a big moment for this team right now. And this new regime and the way they're going out there and the way they're handling this. I mean, let's see what happens. It's going to be very intriguing, to say the least, when you're going up against basically the worst roster in the league.
But don't you think in New Orleans they're saying the same thing about us?
No, I don't. Because I think in New Orleans they realize they have a just awful roster.
Well, yeah, they could be looking at that defense that got run on the other day or thrown on the other day, Leon. They might be thinking that as well. All right, so Jaguar ball, you guys can keep it coming, 641-1010 on the text line, Designed by Lifetime Closers, or jump in the chat. We need to get to some college football. Like we said, there are definitely some news and notes that we need to throw at you as far as the SEC, the ACC that we want to get to coming up here in just a second. But the ukulele, please, if you don't mind, JJ. I love this sound.
Perfecto!
And I'm actually thinking at this time right now, after what we just did with the Jaguars for the first hour, you need to light up and just sit back and smile.
No kidding.
Okay? Just feel good with the ukulele. Let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh, with a delicious Mexican lager from Pacifico, the Clara. It's so delicious. You can enjoy one as you're just sitting back and watching ball. Found in Baja, imported by surfers for those who live life anchors up. So we had the AP poll that came out earlier this week. Texas is the 24th school to be a preseason number 1. Never been before. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Texas had never been number 1 before.
In any poll.
On any poll.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
never been a preseason number 1 in the AP or UPI.
Oh, okay.
Preseason.
I'm like, they've been number 1.
What? Yeah, preseason. Preseason. I need to know the team that has been the preseason number 1 the most times.
I mean, Alabama.
I look at you guys, and I love that you have good noggins on like you're smart. You're into it. It is not Alabama.
Oh.
It is not Alabama.
It's either going to be Ohio State or Notre Dame.
Alabama has been number 1 preseason 9 times.
All right, I'm going to say it's Notre Dame then.
I'm going to say Florida State.
No, Florida State.
In the 90s, bro.
Oh. I'm going to say Ohio State.
All right, so now we've got Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Florida State. None of them are correct.
If this is Oklahoma, JJ, your argument's blown out of the water.
It is Oklahoma.
Yeah, and how many times have they won the national championship after that?
It actually helps JJ's argument and hurts it. But no matter what, I had to bring it up because it had Oklahoma in it. Because you're right. It seems like if you are voted number one, you're expected to do something with it. And look, they did something with it. They were a brand in the 70s and 60s and 70s.
40s and 50s.
So how long has the preseason poll even been out? I thought it was sort of newish.
Since 1950.
Oh, wow.
Oklahoma has been the number one preseason team a record 10 times. Oklahoma, then Alabama, a preseason number one 9 times. Third was Ohio State with 8. So I thought that was a pretty good one right there with a little perfecto. All right, we'll keep it going. College football, we got some stuff to throw at you. Back to your Jags as well. It is XL Primetime, a Rebound Rehab Thursday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. He's entered. Open the door to the Jags locker room to bring you exclusive insights and interviews on 1010XL.
This just in.
In the locker room with Hayes Carlion. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts.
And at 1010XL.com.
Trained by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's The Mangler.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor, lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjax.com.
Let's get the work done.
Training camp is here.
Up, quick feet.
1010XL's training camp coverage is backed by Roland Reach Plumbing and Green Acres Sporting Goods.
Go, here we go. Let's go. It's live now. Let's go.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale. Up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery with the purchase of any smart bed. Ends Monday. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
After our son's shoulder issues were worsening, we took him to see Dr. Snyder at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, who recommended PRP treatment. We trusted Dr. Snyder's evaluation and look forward to seeing him pitch again. For the right care, the best care, we highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
I thought I was going to have to go in, bro. I was ready for it, baby.
Hurricanes hour.
We were talking to Mountaineer Man, and he was giving us some intel on WVA in the quarterback position. He's all in. He's a Rich Rod man.
Well,
now.
we need to.
He's a straight Rich Rod man.
Congratulations to him for his new baby.
Exactly. Exactly.
Brought him home with a WVU skull cap too.
Yep.
Sales guy Brent.
Yep.
Congratulations.
B-Hop. He's been A-Moy. He's been what's the other one? A-Mom. Account manager of the month, account manager of the year.
Right.
Decade is coming up.
Right,
Exactly.
decade is coming up.
So, but yeah, we're happy for him having a brand new baby. That's for sure. All right. So speaking of WVA, we probably won't bring him up in this seg, but why not a little college intel?
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
I couldn't help but go back to yesterday's conversation that we had on XL Primetime when we were talking about John Mateer of Oklahoma, and we asked about some Venmo stories from some of our primetimers as far as if they've had any craziness. So I went back. I saved a couple of them. When I was in college, said one of our texters, I would pay rent to my buddy through Venmo with the caption, "Definitely not drugs." Definitely not drugs. It was like $500. The amount every month for 3 years. He texted in, he said, raise lots of flags later or when I went to apply for my first mortgage. Are you kidding? Can they go back and do that forensic stuff on you?
Apparently they are.
That's nuts, man. Another one, a few instances of friends using Venmo accidentally making their, quote, lady of the night payments public. Just make all your transactions private. Duh.
You know what's fun? I'll give you a great little story.
This
You ready
is
for
so
this?
funny,
This is great.
man.
You guys will love this. JJ, you will love this. So when I got hired by USA Today, they did like a background check, right?
Yeah.
Which what a lot of companies do.
I don't love that.
Now, hang on, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So they do background checks. Then they did a social media background check, okay?
Yeah.
And I got
I don't love that.
No, you'll love
Once
it.
again, that's a big fat no.
Again, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
So I got the report back. I think I still have it somewhere because I'd love to read it to you guys because it's so funny. It basically said, Matt's a boring person.
Yeah.
Oh, it like graded you
all
out.
he posts about is sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is good.
That's,
they
that's
look
what you
for-
want to hear.
Yeah, they look for people who post about politics or about controversial things, or you say just bad things.
Yeah.
And it literally just said I'm boring.
Like bad taste in music.
Right.
Or movies
right.
or something.
Right, that too. Right.
A burger creep. Exactly.
Right, a burger creep.
Something
Right.
like that. All right. So
We can't hire this guy. He doesn't eat anything on his burger.
yeah.
And then my editor said that's exactly what I wanted to see.
All right. So little college football, music, get us in the mood. How many days away are we from Miami, Notre Dame? We are closing in fast, people. Down to how many days, Leon? Down to 10?
No. 17.
Oh, okay.
No, for the start of the season, it's 9.
9 days till the start of the season.
23rd.
Notre
Week
Dame,
0 starts
Miami
week-
is August
and then
31st.
17.
Right.
Okay. Beautiful. All right.
So
So
that's all y'all care about.
I brought up the Venmo to go back to John Mateer because John Mateer said that I wasn't gambling. It was a joke, this and that. He has bulked up, according to the storyline, around Norman, Oklahoma. Apparently, he is enjoying some of that Oklahoma beef. He's bulked up to 229 pounds, and is looking the part right now. Good size guy. What is he, 6'3"?
No, he ain't 6'3".
He ain't?
No.
6'2"?
Maybe 6'2".
6'2"?
Maybe.
Okay,
He's
all
like
right.
Baker. They're very similar.
229, and looking good right now. And he's a guy, if you want to talk about what he did last year, 44 touchdowns, people. So if Oklahoma is going to come firing back, 44 touchdowns from Mateer up in Wazoo, 29 passing, 15 rushing. But you compare what he did there to what Oklahoma didn't do last year. They were one of the worst scoring teams in the SEC last year. They were terrible, man. We know you put points on the board left and right in college, do you not?
Absolutely.
And they were averaging around 24 per game, which is good in the NFL. It ain't so good in college. So we'll see where he goes. All right, what else you got?
Well, I got Miami. Shannon Dawson is reportedly saying that Carson Beck has looked impressive. He's locked in every day in practice, going through his projections, making the tough throws, making the easy throws, seeing the field. Expect big things out of
Are you
Carson.
excited by that?
Absolutely. When the offensive coordinator says that, yes, he's throwing the ball with precision and timing and going through progressions. And,
right.
And he looks healthy after the injury. He says he's been very impressed with him.
And as long as he is free and doesn't have any hesitation on firing the football with that UCL injury, you couldn't be happier.
And I always tell you, when the biggest thing that players have to get over is not the injury. It's here in your head. Getting over the fact that you're good now. You know, because when I tore my quadricep tendon, the toughest thing was for me is that I needed to come off the ball.
Yeah.
Or I needed somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to let myself and my body know I'm good to go again.
Let me ask you this. Did you hear anything out of the camp about Corey Heatherman, the new DC at Miami?
Yeah, well, I can't. Well, no. I can't tell the story.
Oh, my
You
gosh.
can't tell the story.
Oh.
All right. That's
Because it
good,
was
though.
told to me, yeah.
You
But
will come up with
let me just say this, that
There you go.
Him and Carson have had some good words with each other.
Wow.
Yeah, Carson is competitive.
Okay, that's good. That's what you want to hear.
Yes.
And so, look, there's a lot of new DCs with teams that we cover. We're going to find out if FSU was scoring a big hire when they plucked Nebraska's defensive coordinator and brought him up to Tallahassee. Find out if Mario can fix that side of the ball. Second year of two first names coordinating LSU's defense. Find out whether or not Brian Kelly's going to have that side of the ball figured out. But Beck was a star in the SEC. Now he's in the ACC. This piece that I'm looking at says an NFL scout is projecting as many as 4 SEC quarterbacks going in the first round of the NFL draft next year. 4. As many as 4. And you don't even know if DJ Lagway would leave school.
We can't anyway.
He
He's not
can't.
eligible.
He can't.
He can't, no.
He's not
No,
eligible.
he's second year, full-time, true freshman last year, sophomore this year.
So that would be Arch.
So what I'm saying, the only reason I'm bringing up DJ Lagway is that he could be a future first-rounder, which would mean 5 first-rounders that could be playing in the SEC this year.
They're talking Arch, Lenoris,
Nussmeier.
and
Lenore. You already say Lenore.
Austin Simmons.
Austin Simmons.
And
Yeah, but he
Mateer.
would not be
Yeah, he's eligible. He's third-year sophomore.
He is third-year sophomore. Why was I thinking he was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Maybe that is.
Have you guys said Diego Pavia yet?
No. Diego right now is thinking about reclassifying again. Not reclassifying in high school, reclassifying in college. But Diego is all of 6 foot, like 209 pounds. So this is his NFL. Nashville Football League for Vanderbilt.
Nobody will be cheering harder against this kid than me.
I love Diego. I love it.
Why don't you like him?
He's a clown. And
so what? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So a couple of the other guys that are being hyped is Nussmeier. And if he does come out healthy without that tendonitis that's bothering him right now, if Garrett Nussmeier gets out of the box hot against Cade Klubnik of Clemson, you're looking at a guy, if he cleans up his mistakes. Brian Kelly's been a master at that, has he not? Okay, 29 touchdowns last year, but a dozen interceptions. And the thing that kind of stuck out to me, 5 picks in the losses to the A&M, Aggies, and Alabama. Those were the big games.
Yeah, and I also think people are seeing that this could be a Jaden Daniels type jump year 1, year 2 under Brian Kelly,
Which was a massive
which
jump.
was a gigantic jump. So I mean, it's certainly possible. If that happens, then you're going to see an LSU team that's going to be in the playoff. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. What do you think, Garrett Nussmeier?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's He's the goods.
Yeah.
I mean, he's absolute goods. I mean, only thing that I'm not buying with LSU until like Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I know they got a new D coordinator. Their defense, can their defense not give up 40?
Mm-hmm.
And they've got a lot of. They're relying on a lot of transfer portal guys in that defense side of the ball, including Pyburn and including Patrick Payton, more than just those two guys.
Right.
There's probably 5 or 6 guys in defense that they're relying on. And here's another. I think Nussmeier has a lot of talent, and I think you can see it out on the field. To me, he's almost like Trevor. It's very streaky. It's very, very streaky. And maybe I'm saying that because of the interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions in college football.
Well, when you add it up, you want to talk about streaky when 5 of those 12 came in 2 games against big-time SEC. I still call them SEC West opponents against Bama and A&M.
Yeah.
Those are 2 major rivals for LSU. But, yeah, those are the types of games that you need to shine in instead of sink in, and that's what he's doing now.
Plus, their protection was kind of spotty last year,
and
they lost their 2 tackles. Both of them are in the NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that he didn't have the best protection at times.
The middle 3, it was always the middle rush that got him.
Yeah,
all the time.
But you had Campbell and Jones, 2 really, really good tackles, and that's what he dealt with. The other one, Lenore Sellers, who we're talking about also being a first-round draft pick, depending on what he ends up doing, is cleaning up some of the mistakes that he had. And heck, I like some of the numbers that I'm looking at from this story that Lenore's was able to clean things up. A bunch of his mistakes were made basically early in the season, and we'll find out whether or not down the stretch he matured, became a better decision maker. He completed 2/3 of his passes. 13 of his 18 touchdowns came in the last 6 games. So that's when they were making plays. That's when they were enjoying success. 25 of 33 sacks came in the first 6 games of the season. So you know what he started to do? Improvise and take off.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois kind of figured him out a little bit in that bowl game. But you're talking about a guy that's like uber talented.
Yeah,
and that's a guy that I think will take a huge step now in his second season as a full-time starter, as the guy.
Right.
He sounded very confident at SEC Media Days. He sounded like a guy who was ready to go play.
That type of guy could be a superstar. We are legitimately looking at
the Cam Newton type of not only physicality,
right,
but the arm strength, the moxie, the ability where guys not only want to play with him but play harder around him. He's definitely got that about him.
Yeah, he coughed the ball up 17 times last year. Was able to get at least somebody got on the ground and covered it up 10 times for cocky, but he lost 7. You can't do that. And so when he starts making good decisions to take off, and I don't think we should minimize what Brian Kelly did with Jaden Daniels. We'll see what that offensive staff does with Lenore Sellers from year 1 to year 2, because he kind of looks like a Jaden Daniels type of prospect and star.
You're going to see a lot of people do what Illinois did. They're going to try and hem him in the run. And force him to not run, and then force him to beat you with his arm.
Right. Make your decisions and operate from the pocket instead of take off. All right, we'll keep it going. Little college knowledge we want to drop on you thanks to Modelo. We keep it going. We got to get back to your Jags. Definitely some thoughts on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures as far as what didn't go well in practice today.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, and this is a great time of the year to be in on all the action. Baseball season in full swing, and Hard Rock Bet is the best place to get in on every pitch, strikeout, and home run, all in the palm of your hand. And I know you love football. We can't wait for these huge games to kick off our college football season. Download the Hard Rock Bet app or log on hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season.
tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Clean and Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's ultimate carpet cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
The time to buy an emergency generator is before you need it, not when you're sitting in the dark. Storms happen in a hurry in Florida, so be prepared. Protect your family and property with American Electrical Contracting. Call them today, 737-7770.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
The coolers are full at your local Gate gas station, making it easy for you to cruise in and cruise out with little downtime. Ice cold Coronas, Natty Light, Stella Artois, and Michelob Ultra. And don't forget the king of beers, Cold Buds. Gate's got them in the cooler, waiting for you.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. I also go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
134 XL Primetime. Beautiful day. We had a great time last night at the Golf Club of Southampton. Just the rain is just... I always just say the golf gods love the 9 after 5. They've been on...
No interruption.
No rain?
Well, no, they've been on attack, man. They've been wearing us out a little bit lately. Derek DeStefano, that's the owner-proprietor of the Golf Club of Southampton. Yeah. All the vowels except you. You know who he blames? Matt, the meteorologist.
Really?
Yeah, he feels like ever since Matt, the meteorologist, stepped in with his forecast for the 9 after 5, we've taken a hit.
Yeah, but I've been very clear to not do any kind of forecast on Wednesdays now.
I love Derek. We appreciate it because we need you and Burrish and Sweet Lou Turner and the Biedenbaugh of the world to back off, okay?
Well, don't put me in with them guys.
I love Lou.
They're professionals.
Just back off, all right? All right, so is the weather going to be rosy for these football teams going forward? We definitely are going to stay on your Jaguars and some of the college football that we were just bringing up. And you think about it, in these games, are they going to live up to any of the hype that we have been putting on them? I certainly hope so, because the Miami Notre Dame, I don't know what to expect of Alabama, Florida State, just from a performance level wise on the Florida State side. I'm hoping you see a good game, but all the other ones should deliver. They really, really should. You start sizing up the games that go really the first week of the first month of the college football season. We're talking about some stellar matchups.
I don't know why everybody's concerned about Florida State. I mean, I can see because they were 2-10. I get it.
Yeah, of course.
I get it. But how are you not looking at Alabama and saying, okay, the great defense, no doubt, great offensive line, no doubt, got talented receiver, no doubt. What has Ty Simpson done in 4 years to make you think, all right,
nothing.
Yeah, they're going to be fine at Florida State and Tallahassee. Don't worry about it. Season opener, his first start of his career. They'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
And
that new stadium, that place will be packed and loud.
Yeah, Noel Nation should look at it as a huge opportunity.
Yeah, hell yes.
Yeah, if you're Mike Norvell, you need to fire him up on the reservation. You need to say, hey, you need to be here, butts in the seats to welcome that Alabama team when they come rolling in here. Whenever Renegade trots out, that they are ready to go. Tommy Castellano, I don't know what we're going to get out of him. That's going to be the biggest question mark offensively for them.
I think Nova wants to see his team compete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about a top 10 team that's coming into your house. And trust me, I played in Tallahassee, and it's a hostile environment, trust me. Hard to hear, hard to communicate, all those kinds of stuff. So you got to factor in all those things. And then, if you're Florida State, I mean, you want to get that taste out your mouth. Everybody's been, especially me, 2-10, coming off a 2-10 season. You want to wipe that dust off your chest real quick. Yeah, because that's a stain. And all the times I've seen Florida State, I've seen them down. I've seen Miami down. I've never seen Florida State that down to 2-10.
I mean, when was the last time they were 2 in anything? Long time.
Yes.
I will say this: the new stadium configuration puts the capacity at like 67,000. It used to be 80, so it'll be a little less, but I'm sure it'll still be loud. Still be very loud.
Yeah, and you've seen some of the stadium either reconfigurations or whatever stadium improvements. If they pull chairs out, they want there to be a little more of a demand, and we know that there are more and more people that are going to, what do we call it, HD living rooms, because they want to sit back and enjoy their own. So getting people to come there, you don't necessarily have to have as many, as long as you give them that experience. This is worth of that right now with Florida State, JJ, while we're on the subject.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So Florida State safety Conrad Hussey, the report came out yesterday that he had an altercation with one of the position coaches. It first came out that he was no longer with the Noles. Yesterday, CBS Sports reported that a physical altercation with a position coach is what led to the junior getting basically kicked off the team. Norvell confirming yesterday, that Hussey had departed the program. So that's...
he's jumping on coaches?
Yeah. He said he's been dismissed from the team. Obviously grateful for his time here. At the end of the day, it's a decision.
It worked with the Urban Meyer Gators.
Yeah. Well, those guys, I think they were getting guys to swing on each other. I think that was more than anything else. But that's not good.
Who was the receiver coach?
Oh, he went into...
Yeah.
Well, it was...
Percy Harvin. He attacked him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that then they got the receivers to kind of go one-on-one against each other. Yeah. But... yeah, it did work for him back then. There's a lot that worked for him back then.
Charlie Strong literally had to pull him off him.
Yeah. Another...
It wasn't good.
Yeah, outstanding coach. So,
but Herb tried to do it here.
Yeah.
Right?
Not with the coaches.
He tried to kick a kicker.
Yeah. Allegedly. Okay?
There's no allegedly.
I continue to say allegedly. Okay? Anyway, never mind. All right. So anyway... I'm talking about FSU now.
See, this is what I love about you.
Yeah.
It's like the South. That's the South. That's a Southern thing. Anyway. Anyway means I'm wrong. Let's change the subject. Anyway.
Yeah. Does it really?
Yes, it does. 100%
So
it does.
you're telling me that I'm saying anyway, which means I'm wrong?
Or it doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're uncomfortable. Let's change the subject.
No. I think what I was trying to do was stay on Florida State.
Anyway.
But then once you do get that material going against Herb, you're like Seinfeld. You pull it out, you gotta roll with it, you know? Which JJ did bring it up first. So
I will say this about Herb is just content that always is fun to talk about.
It's easy.
You
it's
can't
just
get away from
low-hanging
it.
fruit.
Yeah.
So the thing with Florida State is, I've been saying all along, I think they're going to play really well in that game against Alabama. But let's just say they don't. Let's say Alabama just, runs them. Let's say it's like, 36-7 or something, okay?
Right.
Imagine those next two games against East Texas A&M and Kent State. The next two home games. There might be 25,000 people there. If that.
If they lose that first one.
If they get just run in that game, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, sometimes when I look at these, I'm like, I feel like, yes, they're gonna hang their hat. They're gonna think they're headed down a bad road again, and they're gonna suffer a lot of losses. But I don't know how the attendance, like how bad it will be, because the season from an ACC point of view is still very much in front of them.
No doubt. I will say this: if they win that game,
yeah,
and then they dispose of East Texas. First off, East Texas A&M is just as bad as Long Island. Okay.
Yes, it is. I had no idea either one of them existed.
East Texas A&M and Kent State, and then go on the road to beat Virginia in a Friday night game, and they're 4-0, staring at CANES coming into town.
And we're undefeated. Now it's like the old days, baby. I like the way you think, man.
Yeah. yes. And so, yeah, it could get.
Or they could be 2-2 going into that game against Gaines.
It could get very rough up on the reservation, because what they want to do, and I think every FSU fan out there, and you guys let us know whether we're cooked or crazy, but you're hoping like heck that Mike Norvell making swift decisions last year to change coordinators on both sides of the ball and then work the portal and get a better answer at quarterback through the portal in Tommy Castellanos compared to DJU last year, that it pays off, that you don't want to go through another season of suck, which every college football fan is afraid of.
Right.
If you don't want to stack together bad seasons like that.
Okay, I agree. So the 7-2 on the text line kind of makes a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, did you see the quarterbacks that beat FSU last year? I'm guaranteeing Ty is at least that good, Ty Simpson. I will say this. The FSU defense played pretty well last year. They just got worn out. They couldn't score points, so the defense was worn out in the second half. What I'm saying is I think they're going to be better because they have a quarterback now where they can sustain some drives.
Yeah.
Where they can score some points, where the defense isn't exhausted by the early in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can't get away from the fact that guys either kind of got full of themselves. You can mention Peyton on the defensive side of the ball, not making nearly enough plays as he should have been. He was heralded as a son of a gun coming into the season. All those guys that got drafted, they were expecting to be the next crop of high draft picks. That did not happen. Peyton now out of the garnet and gold and now in the purple and gold in Baton Rouge. He's another one of the guys you were talking about earlier. We'll see whether or not he can make hay as a defensive player for LSU.
So, I mean, Castellano is not that accurate a passer. So how do you see Gus Malzahn using him?
I think it's going to be a lot like what Gus did at Auburn. He's not going to put the ball. It's not going to be a pass-heavy offense. It's going to be a lot of misdirection, run game, and throwing off play action.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked a lot for him there at Auburn. A lot.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. That's for sure. Seminole fans, jump in on that. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Veteran owned and operated with a mission to change your conditions. For AC installs, repairs, maintenance, or ductwork, Ideal Conditions has been trusted by Jacksonville since 2007. Call Ideal Conditions for a company who shows up on time and gets the job done right.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
Hey, Jacksonville. It's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified, fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors with great ratings and expert reviews. You know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, interest rates. They're high everywhere, aren't they? Not at Beard's Diamonds. Right now, they've lowered finance rates all the way down to 0. Hey, Hicken here. That's right. Now Beard's Diamonds pays 0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. So that $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. Man, this amazing offer makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, $100 a month? How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings? $50 a month. It's insane. Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commission experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. I'm talking Beards Diamonds. I'm talking in the St. John's Town Center. This amazing offer ends August 31st. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that although I was discouraged today after seeing a scrimmage, there is a game on Sunday. And maybe you'll prove me wrong. Maybe what I saw today, I can't unsee, and you'll go out there and play some good football on Sunday. Because you could, God forbid you be locked in and execute at a high level for an hour practice. God forbid that. Okay? So no penalties, no drop balls, no missed assignments. Let's have some clean. I like what you said, Matt. I want functional operation. That's what I want to see on Sunday.
I hope.
And some ass kicking too.
Prayer hands emoji.
My takeaway is it better be that way. It better be that way Sunday against probably the NFL's worst roster. It better be close to perfection. And I think it will be. I think they'll play really well Sunday. They know they played poorly today. They know they did. There's no way you can walk off that field not knowing, okay, we did not look good. Even Trevor said it in his post-game comments. By the way, JJ was right. JJ said he sounded like a beaten man, and he did. So, I mean, they will play better Sunday.
Well, like, he has had a week of meh practices.
Right.
Okay? And so it's one thing to say you're going to see one day of average or whatever and then come out and change it. It's not changing. I firmly believe that what Liam Cohen is doing right now is pressing Trevor for the first time in a long time for him. Who's the last guy that pressed him and pushed him?
Trevor?
Or had to, yeah.
High school, maybe.
Yeah. And I doubt,
freshman.
Yeah, I doubt even he had to be pushed in high school because he was head and shoulders better than anybody else he went up against. In college, certainly they had a lot of good players, and he got pushed early, but he delivered. I'm just saying, just pushed just to start off college. That's all I'm saying. But then he had great around him, and obviously he was great. They won a natty. He was great. Played in another one, or played in the college football playoff and all that. And he
played another natty.
He played to LSU. But I feel like Liam Cohen is going to be one of the first in a while to push him and say, you've got to start doing X instead of what is going on. Be more accurate, make quicker decisions, get the ball out. But I also think Liam is going to arm him with a lot of other things that will help him succeed.
Yeah, but will Trevor be receptive to that?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what we're going to find
the
out.
key.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, all I'm saying is I guarantee you he was being pushed by Doug Peterson. I guarantee he was.
Soft serve, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's soft without what, Leon?
Come on.
The T.
Without the T.
I don't disagree, but come on. His entire background in the game of football is quarterback.
Well, yeah.
I guarantee you he was pushing.
I thought the connection of those two was going to be unbelievable. I thought that here we found a guy that can unlock Trevor and take him to new heights, which is what we saw in 2022. We all know that in the beginning of 2023, things were moving along well, and then he started suffering injuries, significant injuries.
Not really in 2023.
I'm just saying, record-wise, they were moving along. They were rolling along, and just injuries got to him. And so now is the next guy going to challenge him in a way that others haven't? How about I put it that way? And just get him to where he's playing cleaner football with less mistakes and making more plays, and give him some other things that can happen on this offense to make him a better player, which I do believe Liam will do. I believe that run game is going to help him be a better player. I don't know if it'll make him a better player. That's
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's the run game. I think it's more attention to detail from him. I think it's also confidence.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is his confidence is anywhere close to where it was in college. Like he.
There's no reason.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying is when you play confidently, you're a different player. I think he's worried about making mistakes right now, and you can't play like that.
Mm-hmm.
He can't.
Well, I mean, Joe said it. He said that everywhere he's been head and shoulders over everyone else. In the NFL, the playing field is level.
Yeah.
You got to elevate your game. I mean, so you can't stay status quo in this league. It'll expose you.
Yeah, right. And they'll eat you up and spit you out.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you got to play hungry. You got to play fierce. You got to play. And I want to see those things out of him. And I do believe that you're going to get a little bit more. Right,
but what you just said, though, Joe, honestly, that's not easy. Hungry and fierce is it's just not something. Oh, yeah, he's hungry and fierce.
It doesn't get baked in.
You're right.
It doesn't get baked in. That's for sure. Baked. I've used this word to describe him before. Baked.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
We get to see our man, Hayes Carline, the Embedded and Shredded, once a week now as they step into the 2 o'clock hour. You've been baked before.
Yeah, and I need to get baked after watching that practice. Because, my goodness, are we going to win a game this year?
Hey, dude, Mark Long said, what did he say? It's the worst practice
he's seen
since the 5 interceptions.
And the thing that's even more troubling is that night, it was more just on one player having an atrocious practice in Blake Bortles. Yeah. This was like a collective. I mean, this was like, did anybody show up today? I mean, what has happened to this team since the Steelers game? It's like they're getting worse. And I mean,
they are, right?
Without a doubt.
Yes.
They are regressing in training camp. And it's a concern. They have no idea who their starting 5 is on the offensive line. They're further away from an answer there than they were the day they opened camp. And we're 3 weeks away now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is time to batten down the hatches and start, crystallizing these are our guys. And they can't do it. I don't know how you could possibly do it.
I think we have properly set up Hayes for the Franchise.
Yeah, it's going to be a really uplifting Franchise show. Well, Frank will be in a good mood. Yeah. So, but we're going to talk some golf. Thank God. Lee Smith will join us, the executive director of the Players Championship. And I had a chance to catch up with running back Tank Bigsby, who did have a nice run for a touchdown. So good day for Tank out there. But so all that coming up on the Franchise show. But
maybe he'll reply to your tweet. You should put that out.
I might. Yeah, hopefully. All right, thank you, guys.
All right, Hayes, Franch, JJ, they're coming up. We are done. Thanks to Rebound Rehab, 11 locations across the First Coast. Make sure you get the team of physical therapists working for you to get you back in the game. Check out reboundrehab.com. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, and JJ. We done.
Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL brings the swamp to the First Coast.
This is Gators Head Football